Okay, thanks for checking out the video. My name's John, and today we are going to play a Modern League on MTGO with my favorite Modern deck. This is Asmo Reanimator. Um, this deck is really held together by Underworld Cookbook, which is really the glue card here that makes everything work. Your plan A is just make a giant monster. You've got 4 Archons, you've got 4 Persists, you've got 3 Emperor of Bones, um, and 4 Faithless Lootings, 4 Cookbooks. So a lot of ways to go through your deck quickly, 4 Street Wraiths, and a lot of ways to dump these Archons in the yard quickly. Turn 2 Archons are a great draw, but they happen pretty regularly in this deck. Obviously, you're not going to get it every match, but pretty common. Cookbook lets you discard Archon, holds everything together. But Cookbook also fuels Asmo. Asmo is from MH1. When he comes into play, he grabs a Cookbook, so another way to get you to your discard outlet. Turn 1 Street Wraith into Asmo is a pretty common play when you have both of those in your hand. They can grab a Cookbook and set you up for the long game. He is, or she, I guess Asmo is a she, I don't know. Asmo is great at removing opposing creatures. This is not one of those food decks that like wants to play with its food, for lack of a better description. We're not trying to make a million game pieces and do a bunch of weird stuff. It's just there to let Asmo kill things and to power out giant constructs from Urza Saga. So Cookbook lets us utilize Saga very well. We can grab Cookbook, we can grab these Mox Opals, but really all of this food laying around creates giant Saga tokens, which end up as another angle of attack. Kind of the last angle of attack, or the third angle of attack here, is Monument to Endurance. When you have a Cookbook and you discard a card, you can draw a card. But we have Oval Chase Daredevil. When you discard this to Underworld Cookbook, you create a food and it automatically comes back to your hand. That's kind of the engine that powers this deck. When you have a monument in play, it lets you draw a card on your turn. If you have a second Cookbook, you can also draw a card on their turn. You can also deal them damage. It's 6 a turn cycle with 1 monument, 12 a turn cycle with 2 monuments, and it just very quickly kills them. Inti is like a mini monument with Cookbook. If you activate Cookbook with Inti out, you exile a card. You can play it for the rest of the turn. If you activate Cookbook on their turn with Inti, you get to keep that card through the end of your next turn. So it's another great source of card advantage that helps you go long. And that's really the deck. We're reanimating giant monsters. We are utilizing Cookbook with Asmo and Monument and all of the synergy here. We are making giant Urza Saga tokens, and we are killing people. These here are kind of your flex spots. I think it's reasonable to go down to 3 monuments if you're in a very fast metagame. I like 4, but I could see playing 3. If you're expecting a lot of combo, we want these Thoughtseizes in the main deck, along with 2 extra in the sideboard. But if you have more aggro, if you're expecting a bunch of Boros, you could play more removal spells in this spot. And then the Intis are really kind of really good card advantage. Another discard outlet when you're desperate for one can sometimes give a giant Saga token trample, but it really shines with Cookbook. These could be Overlord of the Balemarks. I've actually not tried that yet. I really want to. It would be another good persist target. But I really like Inti. It's really hard for me to let that one go. But these are basically your flex spots. Quick look at the sideboard. Pithy Needle is a good Saga target. This one is one that gets taken out quite a bit for other sideboard cards, such as Shieldred's Edict and some other things. Vexing Bauble is amazing. Good against Neoform, good against Living End, good against anyone playing Elementals, good against anyone playing Flares of any kind. Just hits a lot of things. It's very good. Good against Affinity. Does a lot of stuff. Soul Guide Lantern, Nihil Spellbomb, Surgical Extraction are your 3 graveyard hate cards. We've got kind of a split here. Surgical is another one that's not always in the board. It's one of the less kind of locks. It's kind of sometimes in, sometimes out. Haywire Might is the only reason that Overgrown Tomb is in the deck. It is a way to get rid of artifacts and enchantments, obviously. Can kill opposing sagas, can kill things like Rest in Peace, can kill overlords, Goblin Bombardment, you name it. So, oh, wrong card. Pretty versatile, not always in. If you cut the Haywire Might, you don't need the Overgrown Tomb. Thoughtseize, always want 3 or 4 total between the main and the board. Just a catch-all, really gives us more game against combo. Unholy Heat is another removal spell. Sometimes I play Unholy Heat main, sometimes I play Fatal Push main. Fatal Push, better against things like Frog. Unholy Heat, better against things like Riddler. So choose your own adventure. They're both very good. They're just slightly different. Fire Magic is for Boros. And then these 3 cards here are just 3 drops that are good against Amulet and also hit other things. The Blood Moons are really good against anything playing Eldrazi, which are pretty popular. Ashiok, good against some other decks, Neoform, for example. But yeah, so 3 drops that are good against Amulet that can also come in against other matchups. So that's what we have. One more thing. Mox Opal plus Underworld Cookbook is always turned on by itself. You don't need a 3rd artifact because this creates one by discarding. That's why you see 3 Mox Opals in a deck that only has this many artifacts. But it's turned on most of the time. Very easy. But if you're just looking at the deck list, that can be a little misleading. So let's jump into these games and maybe we can get some wins. All right. Let's see. Keep or mulligan. This is right on the line, pretty sketchy, but we're going to try it. So I didn't cycle there first because hitting an Asmo would not have let me cast an Asmo, and there's really nothing else that I'm explicitly looking for in turn 1, so it might be more useful this turn. Obviously, we really want to land. I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't do that. All right. Okay. Pretty awkward here. I took the skateboard out of the deck for this round. I'm getting Opal anyway, but it's just funny that every time I have a Saga hand and I'm like, oh, maybe this is the time skateboard is good. Skateboard is never good. All right, we're against red-green Eldrazi. Probably Imracools. This could be a Rumble. This could be lots of things. I was not paying attention and missed my Daredevil on turn 1. Let's not do that again. All right. Always yes, always yield. All right. We're going to get an Opal. Okay. We'll make one big boy here. All right. Sometimes against Eldrazi, they'll like rumble into a giant thing and you can reanimate it with Emperor, which is kind of cool. Okay, command, okay. Very good. We're almost certainly casting Inti next turn unless we draw pretty much exactly Archon. Pretty far behind here. The mana was so weird. Five? What costs 5? Like a spawn. Okay. Alright, that is pretty good. Alright. Asmo is an easy kill with K command, unfortunately. Alright. Rumble, that could be good with Emperor. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a cast trigger, right? Still. So the question is whether I want to get down Emperor. I think I want Emperor for pressure. If he had a removal spell, he would have used it on Asmo, I think. And we are going to kill that spawn token just to choke his mana a little. Alright, he's got 2, 3, 4, 5 regular, 6 Eldrazi. Six regular, 7 Eldrazi. Okay. We're ramping, we're doing it. 2, 3, 4, 5. Another rumble. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. He cannot cast Devour. Okay. Start here. Yeah, this is lethal. If he has no removal spell. Okay, our hand was a little sketchy there, but we dug out of it. Asmo did a lot of work. We want the Blood Moons. Probably want the Heat. Probably want the Thoughtseizes. Cut Fatal Push. Cut a couple Monuments. Cut an empty. I don't want all 4 Thoughtseizes. Where is Fatal Push? I cut it. Okay. Brought in Heat. Okay, this will work. All right. Okay. Even though I keep keeping 1 landers, not even I can keep a 0 lander. Okay. Turn 1, we're going to get a Surveil land most likely. And then turn 2, we're going to looting in Asmo. Or we could just get lucky and dump an Archon right into the yard. Go ahead and graveyard that. Don't need that one. That is a good one. Asmo, and then next turn we have Thoughtseize Persist. K command? K command would be really good. It would get Archon and kill Asmo. Yikes. Yeah, that's really fucking good. Really good. Guys, you're not going to believe this. K command is a good Magic card. I know, I'm the first person to ever think that. Maybe that's an argument for keeping the other looting over Saga. Or for Thoughtseizing first. All things I could have thought about. What's got going on over there? So he's got World Breaker and some lands. 5 Eldrazi mana. He needs 7 to get the job done with World Breaker. Put something in the yard. Top! Uh-oh. Probably another K command. They've always got it. That's the rule. Woodland doesn't do anything for him right now. I already knew about that one. Pretty ugly stomping ground. Sure. Not kicked this time around. Although it is going to let him cast World Breaker next turn. Asmo needs 2 shots to kill World Breaker. Overall Chase Daredevil or Archon are my 2 best draws. I clicked World Breaker away, but we know it's there. That is not one of my better draws. Couple options. I can looting, looking for an Archon. I can play Cookbook and use Cookbook to build up extra food, and then next turn I would have enough to kill Worldbreaker, but I'm going to have enough anyway. I think I'm better off just holding this, using Urza's Saga, and calling it a day. Alright, so Worldbreaker time, or do you draw something better? Unholy Heat. Okay. One, two, three, four. Okay, that's fine. Not worried about this, really. Yeah, this is Worldbreaker. Gonna kill my Saga. Jerk. Alright. One, two, three, four. 5, 6. Alright, I can block that. Archon. Not an Archon, but pretty good. I'm just taking 5 if he attacks. This construct token is getting bigger next turn. Okay, that's fine. Probably one of the safest cards in his deck. I mean, I don't know how many Fade from Histories he has, but that would be devastating. Probably has 2, maybe 3. I think he's trying to decide whether he wants to attack. I think he will. Yeah. I don't think he knows my last card. He hasn't seen my hand, right? Alright. I think the best use of these resources is just to keep gaming with Saga. Alright, I'm going to have 2 7/7s. This needs to be good because he can't attack as is. I mean, I'm not blocking anyway, I'm just swinging back. My friend. They get bigger. He can woodland a micro spawn. Do I have an opal yet? I don't. Is there anything? Alright, he can use his woodland to live. Skateboard would have been good there. Would have won the game. Alright, you're a 3-3. Does doing this now matter? We get extra damage. Alright, 3 10-10s. Emrakul maybe? Alright. Good games, good games. Good start. Alright, on the draw. This is probably a mulligan. Tempting, because we have the Mox. And a turn 1 Thoughtseize. A lot of good pieces, but we're going to mulligan. Alright, not great, but we're going to put this Daredevil on the bottom and see what we can do. Depending on what we draw, this is probably a turn 1 Saga, because we want a cookbook. Thoughtseize. Alright, well, it's going to be Monument, nothing else. Makes sense. The most unlucky. Hopefully this guy lives up to his name. I know I said turn 1 Saga. Let's do a Surveil land. This way we're able to activate Saga if this is a game that goes long. Street Wraith, okay. I like what you're doing over there, buddy. Overlord. Ruler's good. There's Archon. Very tempted to put Overlord in the empty spot, or at least try it in the empty spot. We'll see. Alright, graveyard. Would love a Emperor of Bones. Nope. Think we're about to get a piece of our own medicine here with this Archon. Yep. Okay. Alright, we're catching some more Archon beats. This card doesn't matter, but 8 hurts. Okay. This is the new lessons deck. Very cool. Wonder if this deck wants some amount of Phoenix Fleet Airship. That would be cool. This deck won a challenge or top 8 to challenge or something. Cool deck. Don't know what that does. What does 2 damage to target player, discard 2 cards. That's not good. Alright. Not the world's best mind rot, but what are you gonna do? Okay. It's good. We have the mana. We go to 4. Back up. Probably just want another cookbook, right? Okay. Alright. Our turn. Wait, did I click the right one? 2 Archon. Whoops. We've got plenty of those. Alright, we are presenting lethal. We're way behind. We were way behind, but a little bit of a comeback here. Overlord, okay. See what he gets back. Does he have some sort of removal spell that he can get with this? Eye Twitch. Can he sack the Eye Twitch, get 3 mana or 4 mana? Is there a removal spell that works with that? Maybe. Yeah, probably. Removal spell for Archon does it? Oh no. Oh, he just paid for it. Okay, cool. Alright, why are you... Alright, I was dead anyway, buddy. Alright, cool. Almost came back. Cool deck. Okay. Surgical. Shock. Alright, so Spellbomb, Surgical, Soul Guide, Ashiok. That is a lot of that. Fatal Push not doing much. Heat, probably a little better, but don't really have room for it with this. Alright, let's try this. Almost came back there. I think being able to Overlord, find the Eye Twitch, and then use that to get a removal spell is very cool. I mean, he didn't get the removal, so he had it in his hand, but he got fodder for it, or I got the mana for it. Very cool. Keeping this. I don't know why that's still there. This is weird. Alright, okay. Alright. He's got 2 emperors, but they're so good. Could take his Thoughtseize. I think Emperor's just the best card in the matchup, so I'll take that. Pretty stacked hand. Is he going to take my Emperor? It's definitely not Archon, obviously. I think it's Emperor, but we'll see. Yeah, it's Emperor. Just the best card in the matchup. I kind of want to persist my Emperor. Double persist Thoughtseize. Culling Ritual is pretty cool. Ooh, he milled an Archon. Alright. He's going to get it before me. That's annoying. Oh, so annoying. I think we're toast. Very annoying. Yep. You got me. Although... I guess not. I should have made a Saga token. That was dumb. I clicked through that too quickly. Going to 1. Alright, you got me. You got me. Alright. Round 3. We're on the play this time. We're keeping this. One lander, but lots to do. Thragro-Tusk. Alright, hopefully this round goes quickly. I need to call my wife back. Gemstone Caverns, okay. Well, I did say I wanted to go quickly. Careful what you wish for, I guess. Alright, we're cooking. Eldrazi, maybe? Storm. Okay. Well... that's tough. Although, we do have removal if he has Ral. A lot worse if he has Ruby Medallion. Got a lot of stuff off of that. Alright, always yes, always yield. Alright, not what we were looking for, but that's okay. $19 mana sources in the deck. Would like any of them. We have one little piece of interaction here for exactly Ral. Otherwise, we are watching. It's a cool mountain. Alright, Ritual. Use it or lose it, so. Glimpse. It's kind of a whiff. Right? Is that a gas? Any untapped mana source. That's pretty good. That is not an untapped mana source, brother. Block with one. I will kill. Damn it. Oh my god, I need a mouse. Stop. Kill one, try to take him off a little mana. Save the other one for that Ral, I guess. I discarded it. Alright, feeling reckless over there. You can go Ritual Past in Flames. Impulse, okay. Still loading up, playing the long game. Jesus Christ. My kingdom for a land. cookbooks. Alright, we can kill 2 things. $49 cards on the deck, 19 mana sources. Alright, he's got mismatched basics. This dude's showing no respect. I assume we're dead here. He's had a lot of time. Tick, tick, tick. Alright. Are we dead? Is this him still waiting a turn? I guess he can. Okay. We respect a patient man, I guess. I mean, he has Past in Flames, so... Alright, well, I'll take one of those. Clicking for no reason. Alright, I can kill 4 Rowls. I mean, he's gonna use this Past in Flames, right? No? I don't understand. Ugh. I just... What turn is it? Turn 6? No lands? Got plenty of food over here. Alright. 46 cards, 19 mana sources. Alright, we just have to be dead, dude. Is this the worst storm hand of all time? What is happening? Oh, that Past in Flames has been exiled forever. I'm dumb. I was thinking he could still cast those. He has Wish. That's all we know about. He has 1 Wish. We're going to get to Persist Archon next turn and lose anyway, as he goes off next turn to kill us at 3 life. Okay. Is this Meltdown? That would be pretty crazy. Yep. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. World's loneliest chef. Come on. Why? Why are you like this? Alright, I'm gonna move to discard this Archon. Hold up Fatal Push. What are we doing? This is the dumbest game I've ever played. This is insane. Alright, Past in Flames. Glimpse. Alright, you have 6 mana, and do you have Past in Flames in the yard? No? What are you doing? You're just making mana for no reason? What am I missing here? This is just a cripple fight. This is just the worst thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Okay, alright, we're sideboarding. Alright, he doesn't cast free stuff. We care about the graveyard. We care about these cards. Do we want Ashiok or Pithy Needle? Doesn't do a lot. This stops only the backside of Ral. It's got to be good enough for some lines, right? I think I want the Fatal Push. These are always going to be too slow, I think. Alright. That was the world's worst game 1. Let's see how game 2 goes. Did we learn our lesson? No, we did not learn our lesson. We've learned nothing. I don't actually know what the backside of Ral is called. Alright, yeah, I think I'm surveilling, holding up surgical extraction. Ral Conduit of Storms, maybe? I just googled Ral backside. That might be some kind of weird not safe for work post. Ral Leyline Prodigy. Okay. Yeah, Ral backside was kind of a dangerous Google. I didn't really think that one through. Alright, don't worry, team. I've received laundry instructions from my wife. I'm good. Are we topping this? I think we are. So greedy. But that's what I want the mana for, right? Okay. Not sure that this plan is the most coherent, but here we are. Alright, he has one turn to cast this Past in Flames. Maybe he'll go all in here, and then it's all rituals, and I can get the Reckless Impulse or something. Only gets him to 3. Can't cast Past in Flames with that. And it doesn't really have that much going on. He's got to have more in his hand, though. Okay. Ral. Okay. We hit a land. We've done it. Well, that'll kill Ral. There's Asmo. Alright, I don't think I'm surgicaling anything yet. He kind of has to go now. This only gets worse for him. This can no longer be played, okay. He can play Medallion. Not sure where that gets him. Ridiculous is one of those words that I always feel like I spell wrong. I'm not 100% sure I spelled it right there. Alright, we're holding on to Surgical. Alright, hit him for 8. If he discards a Past in Flames, I'm going to Surgical it. Urban Medallion gets discarded. He already has one. Orum's Chant. Okay, interesting. Ral. Leyline Prodigy. Asmo. So am I supposed to surgical anything now? I think no. This is like a pretty wide range here. Alright, so he's got the medallion. Two Reckless Impulse in the yard. I mean, I could try. There's the Past and Flames. Okay. Does he have a... Is he one short? No, he got there. I might be dead. Alright. Ritual. Okay, so if he casts Past and Flames, it'll take 3 of his mana. I don't know why these won't get bigger. Okay. So... Reckless Impulse would take 3 of his things here. He'd still have other ways to do that, but not as many. If I take the Ritual, he can go Manamorphose. Okay, he just has enough mana, I think. Mana's not going to bottleneck him. Alright. I think I just have to get Impulse. That's been in my hand since turn 1. He might still be able to do it. He still has a lot. I mean, I'm just gonna... Alright, well... Guess I can't. Alright, from here down... Alright, drew 2. He's still got Awaken... No, he has... Nothing left in here. This interface is so bad. I can't tell what he can still use and what he can't still use. Feel like I'm dead. Just over here Googling Row backside while this guy tries to go off. I mean, if he gets Meltdown and then he can't replay Row. The one damage one doesn't do it. He's at 13 Storm. They probably don't play Empty the Warrens. Doesn't do it either. I don't know. There's only so much air I can fill here. I don't know what. I mean, I don't know what's in the sideboard. We saw the Meltdown, obviously, but it's too late for that. We're past that part of the game. Grape Shot. I guess Grape Shot kills Archon. And Asmo. And puts me, so he needs 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then he does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to me. And his graveyard is... He does have a Past in Flames. But really, and another Wish. But that's really it in there. There is no Skateboard in my deck. Skateboard would be lethal here. I swear, it's never useful when I play it. And then every time I don't play it, I'm like, oh, it would be good here. Very confused by my guy's targeting here. I'm just gonna F6 you, buddy. Do your worst. Alright. Okay. I still think I want this guy. Alright, they're back. Alright, one card in hand. Don't care about his graveyard until he actually casts a Past in Flames. Meltdown is good again. Alright, crazy match. We beat Storm. Alright, we won the roll. We're on first. Rest in Peace Bozo is our opponent. Let's hope they don't play Rest in Peace. That would be bad for us. Alright, we'll keep a turn one Asmo. Cycle first because we'd like to another land. We did not. It's okay, we'll live. We hope. If I keep playing this deck, I'm going to have to learn how to pronounce this eventually. This version's even more unreadable than normal. I got nothing. Not even close. Alright, let's see what we're playing against. Alright, more Eldrazi. This guy is really good against them when they rumble. We can steal big boys. Talisman, maybe? Or is he just K commanding for 0? Yep. Okay. That card does everything. Why would it not? I think we want to go ahead and play Cookbook for the upside of drawing an untapped land. Then we can Archon next turn. If we don't draw an untapped land, we can always Thoughtseize next turn. 3 is not their big number. I don't really know what he's thinking about here. Alright. Could be 4. It is 4. Probably another K command, honestly. Probably... I want to dump double persist. I think I do. Six. Um. 6, 7. Alright. Sire of all the keywords. Really clean looking full art on that one. Sometimes I like those, sometimes I don't. It's a good looking one. Alright, we knew about that. Let's play the game that we always lose called Did They Draw K Command? No, for once. Alright, obviously he pitched that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 for Emrakul, 7 for anything else. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so the question is, what are we getting with this? I think there's 3. I think we just take 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. All right, if we get K command, we get rid of 2 types. K return, if he can trigger it, is really bad for us. 2, 4, 6, 8. This doesn't 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 13. He's currently at 13. All right, so I have to get K command. I think I did that math right. Especially because he's discarding something else. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not 13. Brutal. Really good draw. Fuck. Okay. Alright, do I want Sire or Emrakul? Think I want... Menace is good, so... 8, 9, 10... Sire is better here because it has Menace and Lifelink, but Menace is the big one. You can put this back in his hand, but that doesn't get him anywhere. Another one of these would be very good. I think that would win him the game. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is not 13. Okay. It's really good because that lets him get another Devourer. Yeah. Man, he ripped. It's annoying. Yep. You got it, dude. Asmo's still very good here. So good, in fact, I think I'm supposed to looting to look for it. Have to. Not enough. Okay. Asmo one time. Nope. Well, this lets me block and live and draw some cards. Draw a card, not cards. Alright, under the bus, buddy. I'm taking 8. If he does not rip another removal spell. Actually, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. No, he can't do that. It's +1. But he has to return it first, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 11. Alright, so I'm going to take 8. These don't trample, right? Thank God. Alright, we're going to surveil too. Can I barely get an Asmo? I think Asmo still loses though because of Emrakul. What wins? Archon. Oh no, he's dead. He's dead on board. Duh. What am I doing? How about an Emrakul to the face? How's 13 big ones? Alright, that was cool. We probably want one graveyard hate effect. Probably 3 Thoughtseize, okay. So, Monument can be really good because it doesn't die to Hardcast Ugin, which can be very important. These guys usually have Surgical Extraction on the sideboard, so Archon can get eaten up. think I'm keeping it in Thought Season. Okay, Eugene. World Breaker. Show me your secrets. Micah Spawn, Nature's Claim. It's just always K command, right? It's just every single time. Sure. That would have killed Asmo and exiled a graveyard thing. I assume that's his only land because it's not a great one. Probably just sprawl it and move on. Maybe he's just thinking. I don't know what he's thinking about. Obviously, he's going to name Eldrazi. Cool looking Cavernous Souls. Alright. Let's fetch first. This is just going to get blown up as soon as I... Well, but if I cast it and then they don't have anything to hit Spellbomb with. I don't think this is a Spellbomb game. Especially because they have Nature's Claim, so just popping it out there isn't going to do much. This turn will be Street Wraith. If Archon, then Cookbook Archon. If not, then Thoughtseize probably. Ooh, no lands over there. MT, my boy. Not using NT here. We're going to hold this Thoughtseize until they have a little more going on. Plus this lets me develop a threat. That's a good one. From 3 mana to 5 very quickly. A very good one. Okay. Got it, got it. He's got Claim and Sprawl left. Can't cast Sprawl. Forest, good choice. He's kind of Thoughtseize proof because he can just put this shit in his hand. This is just Sprawl, right? No, Claim, okay. Sure, my nature's been claimed. 6, 7. Don't think I want to discard anything. We know Utopia Soul is one of his 2 cards. We also know he can just return this shit to his hand. 2, 4. Alright, let's take a little risk here. Figure we might find a land off NT. Then we have Daredevil to chase that again as well. Although NT flipping Archon would suck. Every time. Land. Land. Those are the 3 worst hits in the whole deck. That's hilarious. Alright, his only card is Sprawl. But he can 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Now he does want a Sprawl, and then he can cast one of these big boys next turn. Yep, yep, yep. Not great, Dan. Alright, so we can kill Microspawn, get in. He casts a big thing next turn. We hope to find an Archon, and we go from there. I don't think this Saga actually does that much for me. Yeah, okay. So this is step one. That's going to get me back my guy. Thoughtseize is useless. Cookbook's alright. It's actually pretty good. Might be the best possible hit, actually. Because it gets me back my guy, it lets me do all this stuff. Does this have first strike? It probably does. It does, okay. Alright. 2, 4, 5. Simmercool. Simmercool story, bro. Ugin, okay. Eugene himself. Probably just dead. We shall see. Um, am I still looking? Am I just faithless looting? Jesus Christ. What is it? It's ultimate too. Is it 9? I can put him to. I think it just has to be again. Probably losing this, but we have some outs. His faithless looting's a lot of looks, but he's gonna kill NT this turn. He's also drawn a bunch of cards. We're probably just toast. He has 5 types. This could just be. Emrakul? No, World Breaker, okay. Alright, blowing up my land, rude. pretty good, but probably not what we needed here. I mean, that's obviously good. This is not enough, but we'll try anyway. Couple turns too late. Too many lands blown up. Might just be wasting clock. For game 3 here. I wish I could cast you, buddy. All 4 persists in the yard. Alright, I think we're going to game 3. We can't win this. Alright, did I not bring these in? I don't think Spellbomb is necessary. Thought I brought those in last time. That's weird. I probably talked about it and then didn't actually do it. Okay. Game 3 against Red Green Eldrazi. Keep. Keep and hope they don't have surgical extraction. If he has Nature's Claim, I wonder if he goes after this. All right, if he shows an untapped green source, I just do Archon. All right, that's showing Nature's Claim, so I can't just do Daredevil because he might blow this up, and then I can't discard Archon. If that was like an Eldrazi land, I would have done Overall Chase to try to bait a Surgical. But I haven't seen Surgical. I have seen Nature's Claim. Nature's Claim still works here if they get it before that goes on it. Someone got me with that earlier. Alright, do you have Surgical? It's a lot of waiting for them to actually have it. Okay. These non-white decks have a much harder time dealing with Archon. I guess the black decks have some good removal for it too, but like Solitude, Erode now. are the best ways. Oh, baby. And a blood moon. Okay. We might get the Chapter 2 Saga with Forever Blood Moon. Alright. This time, Ugin's in the graveyard. That art is hideous. Looks like a rave or like a, I don't know, coloring book or something. Can't just F6 because we don't want to discard, might want to discard something. Talisman. It's kind of a weird one to pitch. I guess he doesn't think he has time for it. Needs to find an answer. That's a good first step. I think it has to be Rumble into Kozilek's Return into Giant Thing. Speaker's a good start. Maybe this is just grab the Giant Thing that exiles, but that's probably too slow. If he's playing 4 speakers, I wonder if it's worth playing like a Cursed Marauder or something. Can't be worth it. Yeah, Devourer. That's his plan. 7's a lot of mana, though. It'd be funny if he had Surgical now. Always yes, always yield. Alright. Never lucky. Don't want to cast anything before combat because I could draw an untapped land and slam the Blood Moon. So we will attack first. One, two, three, four, 5 types in the graveyard. Getting close to Emrakul. Guess I could do something about that, but I think it makes more sense to just, well, is Asmo or Emperor here better? Probably, I think Emperor to, no, second main. Asmo is just like another line for another side. Jeez, crackers. He's playing Emrakul and he's like, oh yeah, I'm cheesing. All right, GG's. All right, last round of this league. We are on the draw against Liz 050915. Let's see. Just a keep on the draw. Boros. Okay. Let's go to the graveyard. All right, obviously tap land against Boros, not great. Pride, guide, pride, here we go. The tried and true Boros start. Alright. Well, they did miss a land, so that's good. I'm also missing lands. That's a great draw. Alright, are we killing the guide or the pride? Do I need to do it now? Wait. Make a decision on their turn. Not above hoping for them to miss this land drop again. Alright, discharge is good. Um. Okay. You've got a bunch of 1/1s. A lot of options here. I mean, it's one of these. It's just a Johnny. Alright, one more missed land drop. One time. Okay. That Thraben Charm looks really good, but he can't actually cast it. He could have drawn discharge. Okay. He didn't. Alright. Pretty lucky there with their one land keep. Alright, we want double fire magic. We want unholy heat. Then we want one piece of graveyard hate. I like Lantern better because it can come down, nab a Johnny. Or not a Johnny. Nab Flage if necessary. Oh, what are you doing this? Alright. We can take out one of those. Don't love Thoughtseize here. Alright. Like that. I actually think I want Pithing Needle. Can name a Johnny or Bombardment. I'll keep this. Lots of interaction. Looting to look for stuff. Would love a I will chase Daredevil. It's probably the best draw. Can turn on the opal if I have to. They could have like Wrath the Skies or Meltdown. Okay. Guide. Alright. Perfect. Um... Okay, we're holding up Fatal Push. Hopefully to kill in a Johnny. Pyromancer, okay. If he tries to jump one, I'll kill it. Okay. Okay. Alright. This is a fire magic turn. Fyra. I did not really play Final Fantasy VII. I played Final Fantasy VIII in like 7th grade. It was pretty sweet. Yep. Very good. If he tries to flage me, I can activate in response. Um... I was going to discard 2 cards. Then draw 2 cards. Okay. Sure. Um, we can loot. We can persist our Emperor of Bones, which doesn't do a lot. Kind of all in on this saga. Hope he doesn't have Wrath. Alright, always yes, always yield. Could also have Meltdown, but Wrath of the Skies is more common. We're just taking the 2. Don't want to let him flip that guy. Okay. Just gonna flip it anyway. Okay. To my face, alright. Alright. See if we can get all of his stuff. I think this incentivizes him to block 1, shoot 1, or block 1, shoot us. And then we just heat the Ajani. Flage in the yard would be sick. He likes it, but he doesn't know we have the heat. Shoot us or shoot token, okay. Sure. Alright. He had enough. Got another win over Boros. And a 4-1 league. Not bad. Okay, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the deck. Leave a comment if you have any questions or want to talk about it. I will have a Moxfield link in the description, and hope you check out my other videos. Thanks. Bye.